What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the internet where your cesspool is my jacuzzi. Today, I am going to share something that was sent to me by a graphic designer who can definitely point out some of the flaws in the recent photo evidence posted by Laura and her lawyer. Now, in case you missed it, Laura and her lawyer recently decided to start tagging me and coming after me personally. And then they dared everyone to, basically say that these photos were fake. And we'll go over that really quick before we get into the video. But Henrietta, yes, this is my lunch hour, but that's okay. It's no worries. It's no worries. I mean, what else are you supposed to do on your lunch hour? So we'll take a look at this photo first. Hang on, let me share with you. And this is just, I made a new Google Doc so I could share some of this stuff. So this is the photo we're looking at, or these photos, where he was basically just like, Laura says she 1,000,000% didn't. It was either post or edit, and we'll find it. Because don't worry, I have it on here. I wish I could just search by word or whatever, but I know it's in here somewhere. All right. So someone recently pointed out that the photos that David had posted, one proving that she was pregnant, right? And somebody pointed out that the photos were, edited, and different photos were posted in the article, then were submitted in the affidavit. And then she, obviously removed the obviously fake photo from her Medium article, but he was trying to pretend that she never posted it. So I just asked Laura if she ever posted that version on the right. Her response, 1,000,000% BS. So here's your chance. Prove Laura lied. Should take you 2 seconds. I'll wait. So obviously numerous people were able to do that within 2 seconds. He just couldn't understand, or is intentionally obtuse, what they were saying. So he is saying 1,000,000%, 1,000,000% BS, which is not something you say unless you're absolutely 100% certain that everything you're saying is correct. I asked Laura if she ever posted that version on the right, and here's the version, and that's going to come into play here when we look at the thing this graphic designer sent me. Okay. You can see here, this is what she changed it to, right? So she changed her Medium article, she took that photo out. This is what it shows now. It shows a video of her belly, and then this picture. But what it said before was this. So like there's the photo that we're going to be critiquing here, because like to the naked eye, just as someone who's not a graphic designer, I could definitely tell that's altered. I mean, where's your fucking belly button? Right? So it's obviously doctored, but yeah. Space says, I've been really curious to see it really explained how and why this is fake. Well, we're going to find out in just a second. So guys, this graphic designer who was kind enough to kind of walk us through the steps here. This is an independent person with independent opinions. They're not involved with this case at all. They don't know either party involved in the case. Like, they were not involved in the trial, anything like that. So the opinions that I share here are my own. They don't reflect the opinions of this graphic designer or of anyone involved in the case. So, well, I mean, they might, but not on purpose. Hey, Snitzel Ninja, what's up? All right. So we got a long video here, and some of this stuff is going to be hard to show you guys because I don't have the original photos on my computer, and the video quality that I'm going to show you, it might be a little bit blurry. So I'm going to try to pause. We'll make some comments, and we'll look at the photos that came straight off of Twitter, just in case it's a little bit blurry in the video, but we'll see. Also, some of you guys had asked about this. Give me 1 second to pull it up. I almost never have things pulled up ahead of time, apparently. And I did fix my audio, by the way, because I've been having, on the last couple streams, I had problems. And I thought it was StreamYard, but it was my whole Windows system that I had to fix something. Okay, so I had shared a video recently, a short on my YouTube channel of a gift I gave to my family a couple Christmases ago. It was a an envelope with something in it that said a donation has been made in your name to my therapist. So I did make these holiday shirts. And they're a little pricey, so I'm going to try to find a different site that I could sell them on, but this is the best I can do for a while because I just don't have the time to vet that kind of stuff right now. This is the back of the shirt, and the front is what says the slogan on it. But then also I had some people ask about this without the holiday logo, so I did put that on there. The link to the shop is in my description, so you should be able to find it if you want it. Okay. So here is the photo in question. Should be taking a look at it now. Okay. And David had tweeted about this. Basically, they're trying to imply that Laura didn't alter the photo or edit the photo. I say that, I believe that she did, but regardless of whether or not she did it herself, she did knowingly, post an edited photo. This is not an actual real person's stomach, and we're going to see a little bit more about why in a second, but it's just clearly doctored. And so to have this lawyer like come out of the woodwork and just be like, well, this is totally like JFC is stupid and they must have dropped out of high school or whatever. He didn't say that exactly, but he was kind of implying it. Whatever. And then of course, he had posted, kind of aggressively saying basically, I dare you to say she's lying, or I dare you to say she edited this photo. And then I did right here. Laura did edit or knowingly post an edited version of those photos on her Medium blog. She did, in fact, do that. Okay. And then he, of course, did nothing, because this is what they do. Once they get caught in a lie, they go into hiding for a little bit and they come out with something a little bit more outrageous, a few days or a couple weeks later. So that's how this works, apparently. As you guys know, I have David blocked on Twitter. He likes to pretend that it only happened a couple weeks ago, but I actually blocked him last May. So I don't really interact with him too much or at all, but I did read that tweet, and since he's been tweeting at me so nicely, I went ahead and at him back. But of course, no, because that wouldn't fit their narrative. So, all right. Hey, Cassie, what's up? Let me just pull this up real quick. There we go. So I'll share this tab from my Dropbox. And as I said, this is like an anonymous person who has nothing to do with this case. I have never spoken to this person until, recently on emails or whatever. So let's go ahead and take a look. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. It's going to be a little blurry, but what we'll do is we'll have her point this stuff out to us, and then I'll go into the bigger version of this photo here, and we'll kind of look for what she's saying. Okay? Hopefully that'll do it. Because otherwise I don't know how to pull it up at the same time. Let me know if you guys can hear it as well. Yes. Okay. So can you hear what I'm playing right now? Just let me know, because I'll start over if not. Okay, you can't hear it. Okay. So let me go ahead and. So can you hear what I'm playing right now? This is not what I'm trying to do right now. Hang on. So let me go ahead and. Okay. I want to make sure I'm sharing the audio on these tabs. So let me just try this. Okay. All right. Let me know if I play it now if you can hear it.
At first, it was entertaining that this bachelor may have knocked up this chick and was like, "No, it's not mine." But then the more I looked at it, I was like, "Wait a minute,
Okay.
this girl is crazy."
All right.
So
So I'm going to start over because the first part of this is very important, given, David's claims that, the judge was biased because she watches The Bachelor, or everybody, loves the show. The show is so good. That's why they're all siding with Clayton. The thing is, this isn't all about Clayton. This is about two guys we would have never known existed probably if she hadn't targeted them. So I'll go ahead and start over so you can hear her commentary, because it's important to know that she's not biased by the show. Like, she doesn't even like the show. So here we go.
hello, internet people or podcaster people. I don't podcaster, podmaster. I don't know what you call yourselves, so I'm just gonna say you podcasters. I am a random stranger that came across this psychopath
All right.
because I was listening to a
Give me a thumbs up if you
podcast
can still
while
hear.
rage cleaning one day, and it sparked my interest. I don't like The Bachelor. I think it's a very misogynistic show. Um, it's just doesn't it's not my thing. But I thought at first it was entertaining that this bachelor may have knocked up this chick and was like, "No, it's not mine." But then the more I looked at it, I was like, "Wait a minute, this girl is crazy." So, after my deep dive, I went over and just happened to come upon her lawyer's page. He popped up after I had typed in her hashtag, and this picture was on it. And I couldn't help myself. And I honestly don't know who the fuck these people are. That's what I said. But
So this person has no idea who any of us are, has no idea what's going on. She randomly comes across this case, and this was her impression. Like, she's like, clearly this is altered, number one, and number two, these people are psychopaths. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hold on, let me see. Also, I wanted to, the pinned comment on this stream there, guys. It's a link to Clayton's podcast YouTube channel. She said, podcasters, and I was just like, oh yeah, speaking of podcasts, hang on, let me find the link, because I think I entered the wrong link there. And I saw this on Dave's video earlier, so I just wanted to make sure I shared it too. Because Clayton is doing his new podcast thing, and I'm sure he would appreciate your support. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here is Clayton's new podcast channel. I just pinned it again in the chat. Let me share it right here. Okay, so he doesn't have like a ton of videos yet, but again, this is a pretty new podcast, so like he's only been doing this for a couple of months. And the one he did today was the one that Dave covered. Dave made a really nice video today, and I did get a chance to watch that, thankfully, because sometimes I don't get to see all of his when I'm busy at work, but it did work out this time. So, and then I saw on Dave's show this link to Clayton's podcast channel. So if you guys could give him a follow, I'm sure he'd appreciate that. I'm not affiliated with Clayton in any way. Again, I feel like I have to say that because her Laura and her lawyer are getting a little happy with the threats again. But like, I don't know Clayton. Like, he's a nice guy. We chatted briefly on June 10th. That was it. You know what I mean? So anything that I say here is not something that Clayton should ever be held accountable for, because these are my opinions and these are my observations, right? I just am someone who likes to support Clayton because he did something nice for me. In case you guys are newer to following this case and stuff like that, Clayton, the reason I actually got involved in this was that Clayton had done me a favor. Like, I watched this season of The Bachelor. I knew he wasn't very well liked, but I saw how he kind of handled and responded to the segment on the one of the Bachelor shows where they had him reading like mean tweets about himself, and people were calling him ugly and saying they couldn't believe like girls were like gonna go for him and stuff like that, and they made him read these mean tweets about himself, and I just like the way that he handled himself. So I was actually going through something kind of ridiculous a year ago now. It's been a year because it was last October, where this girl had I went out with this girl. I met her for the first time, and she and her friends then the next day were like openly mocking me on Twitter, and I was like, what the fuck? So I went on the Cameo app, and I asked Clayton for some advice. I was like, "Hey, how did you handle this? Like, how did you deal with that?" Because I like that really, obviously hurt me. So I was like, I appreciate the way that you kind of handle yourself with grace, and you seem to take this in stride. And he sent me back a 10-minute video, and that you can find some of that on my channel. It was really like nice and personal, and he did not charge me for it. And he just said a lot of things that really reached me. So if you want to see some of that, I do have a video of it on my channel where I'm kind of like showing what he said, but some of it I've kept to myself all this time because I'm just like, that was such a nice thing for him to do and to share, and that's like totally personal, and I'll always have that, you know what I mean? So Clayton's a guy I had never met at that point, and I have met him one time for like 5 minutes. So um, I just do really want to support him in any way that I can at this point. But as far as Laura Owens goes, this isn't even about Clayton anymore. It's about somebody exploiting the system. It's about somebody exploiting real world issues that many women have faced. Many women who are less fortunate than her and don't have the kind of privilege that she has, and like devastating things like cancer and miscarriage. Um, she's recently come out and said she's autistic, and that totally explains why she's lied about 3 pregnancies. You know what I mean? So stuff like this, I don't know. It doesn't all have anything to do with Clayton, but as far as things go with Clayton, I would really like to support him as much as I can, just because he seems like a really great guy who deserves it. So, um, people are more than what you see on reality TV, but even on reality TV, you could tell he was a nice guy who was just struggling with a lot. So, okay. Anyways, back to what we came here for. Give me a thumbs up to make sure you guys can still hear this while I'm playing it, but I'm gonna hit the play button, okay?
I can tell that it has been tampered with. I can. It's just the pictures, both of them are lies. I was going to do this on my Procreate because that is what I work on normally. I'm an artist and graphic designer. I wasted a lot of money in school to do that. I did photography, I did photo editing. So unfortunately, I do know what I'm looking at and looking for in these types of pictures. Which actually shocks me that they didn't try to get somebody, in court.
So, you guys just heard her say like she's new to all this. She doesn't watch The Bachelor. She hadn't seen any of this stuff before. So this person's obviously not going to know every detail of what happened or why not. Like some things were brought up in court or not. As far as like this type of stuff goes, this is not the type of thing they had really like a lot of time for. They were limited to 2 hours for the entire hearing. But if, as David and Laura are threatening, if David and Laura came out and like tried to sue one of us for defamation, then this is the kind of thing that would come up. And that's actually why they're bluffing and they won't sue me. Number one, because they're lying. Number two, because then they would be subject to this kind of discovery and evidence that she lied. Okay. And he at this point has seen enough evidence that he can no longer claim ignorance or say he didn't know she lied, because he knows. He knows. And three, like, if he were to try to sue me, or she were to try to sue me for like showing the truth about what actually happened, and I, somehow was able to pull the funds out of my ass, I would absolutely, sue him right back, because like he has tagged me and used my name and my profile in his tweets where he's insinuating that I'm a liar and that I'm making this stuff up. And here's the evidence right here that I'm not. So the joke is on them. If they ever try to do anything, they actually can't touch me. They actually can't, because I'm telling the truth and they're lying. So they won't. Because if she were ever subject to discovery, all of her scams, all of her antics over the last 10 plus years would be exposed, and she would be in the shit. All right. So it's not going to happen. Don't let them scare you into not talking about it. Don't let them scare you into not showing this kind of stuff. Don't let them scare you into not telling the truth, because they actually can't do shit. They can waste your time and they can try to take up your resources like she did to all of her male victims, right? But this is a community now of people who are not going to let that happen. They're not going to let that happen. And also, like, this shit would crumble. Her whole fake pregnancy empire would crumble if they ever brought us to court. So that's just fucking stupid. It's not gonna happen.
I kind of wonder if maybe one of the guys will do that for these. If this was submitted as evidence in court, they definitely definitely need to get the image looked at by somebody that is a professional in that area that will be able to be like, hey, we can see where there's problems, you know? So anyway, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this on my phone, which I don't usually edit on my phone, so I'm a little scattered brained on here. I wanted to show you how you can do it on your computer or your phones. It's very easy. It's not hard. It's just simple. Just go into it like you would be trying to brighten up a picture, or just put something cute on Instagram. You're going to do it the exact same way. So you're going to go into your photo editor.
Okay, so she is actually showing us how to do this. So if you guys want to follow along and bring this up on your phones. So the first thing you want to do is go to that tweet that David posted. So you go to David's Twitter, and then we're going to go to media, and we're going to click right here. Okay. And if you don't have that saved or downloaded and he deletes it later, somebody will. Okay. Somebody will. But if you want to right now, pull this up on your phone and follow along with us. She's going to show us what we're doing. Okay. Because like literally anyone can figure this out apparently, but like I don't know like the ins and outs of graphic design and editing and stuff to where I could have like pointed out specific things and like that myself. But she's going to do that for us, and we're going to be able to see it for ourselves. Apparently, we can all figure this out on our phones. So if you don't know like what she's talking about or how she did this, don't feel bad. I don't either. So
Into whether it's Apple or Android, you're going to go into the bit where you can change the light balance, the contrast, the brightness. You're going to go into that. I am going to choose light balance for this. Exposure to me takes up too much of the detail away, so I don't like that bit. So I stick with light balance. I'm going to turn it all the way down like that. Right away, I'm sure that you can see you can see indiscrepancy, whatever you want to call it, on the images, especially concerning her stomach on both images. I will be starting with the guilty party over here on the right hand side. I'm going to turn down shadows because, as you can see, that looks very curious, doesn't it? Hello, internet people, or podcast on here. See, it's not hard. It's just simple. Just go, you're going to go into your photo editor. You're going to go into, whether it's Apple or Android, you're going to go into the bit where you can change the light balance, the contrast, the brightness. You're going to go into that. I am going to choose light balance for this. Exposure to me takes up too much of the detail away, so I don't like that bit. So I stick with light balance. I'm going to turn it all the way down like that. Right away, I'm sure that you can see you can see indiscrepancy, whatever you want to call it, on the images, especially concerning her stomach on both images. I will be starting with the guilty party over here on the right hand side. I'm going to turn down shadows because, as you can see, that looks very curious, doesn't it? This is the reason why she brightened the pictures. Okay.
sorry, I muted
Now,
myself. I forgot.
I will preface this by saying that this is not the original image.
So I don't know when I muted myself. But I did. So I was saying like she's showing us how to do it so we can all follow along. If you pull it up on your phone, like you pull this picture up on your phone, then you should be able to follow along and do this on your phone. So I was saying, maybe before I muted myself, maybe after, I'm not sure. If you want to find this picture, all you have to do is go to David's Twitter page, okay? And then you go to the media tab, and it's the second one right here. All right, so right there, you go to the media tab, pull it up right there. So if you want to follow along, you could save that to your phone, you can save that to your computer, and you can do exactly what she's doing right now with the editor app on your phone or your computer, and it'll be pretty easy to follow along. I did listen to this earlier, and it sounded simple enough, but I cannot do this without this person walking me through it step by step. So when we get to a point where it's like we really need to see something and we can't see it very well on the video just because of the way it's displayed in my tab, I will pull this photo back up and we'll zoom in and take a look at it. Okay. So let's go back to this. Oh my God.
Rid of it.
Forgot to change the tab again.
For the most part, you know, this is as good as it's going to get without the original. If
just go back a few seconds, guys. Sorry
about that. Have some. This is a copy of right in the pictures.
There we go.
So as you can see,
so she pulls up the editor, right, and she's messing with the shadows. That's where we're starting with this.
Very curious, doesn't it? This is the reason why she brightened the pictures. Okay. Now, I will preface this by
this is like a little, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm a little off my game right now. I had some personal stuff come up this week, which is why I have not streamed until now, since like Sunday. So my mind's a little all over the place. It's just been a mess. But I'm doing the best I can to to multitask and focus on switching the tabs and all that. It's just, it's just taking time. Cat Lady Ballerina met one time for 5 minutes equals now he's your ex per LO standards. I guess. I didn't know I was bisexual, but I guess Clayton's my ex now. Okay. All right. Let's get back into it.
By saying that this is not the original image. This is a copy of a copy. So it's not going to have all of the stuff that I really need in order to tell where the fake stuff is. It's going to have some telltale signs just because it is hard to completely get rid of it. But for the most part, this is as good as it's going to get without the original. If somehow y'all get a hold of the original, that would be a great day. So this I'm not going to use yet. Okay, we're going to go to this picture on the right. I'm going to assume this was the first picture she took only because the room is a lot darker. Now that I have turned down the light.
I'm not sure this is how. I don't know if it'll help at all if I do it on my end. You might have to turn it up on your computer just because I don't know how, but I will try. Let me see. I'll turn it up and see if it helps at all. Okay. Sorry about that, Cindy.
Probably close to how it was when she took the original picture. She probably wanted it dark because in her mind she thought it would hide what she wanted it to hide. When all the light did was, bring out what she was trying to hide. If you understand what I'm trying to mean. I apologize. I am very sleepy and I took some vitamins to help me sleep and I think I'm getting a little weird. So yeah. So you can tell from here.
This lady's voice is like angelic, by the way. I've never met this person. This is the first time I've ever heard them speak, but I don't know if they will watch this or not actually, but like if they do, holy crap. Like you could like put people to sleep for a living. I swear to God. Like it's so relaxing. If you were just listening to this and not watching it and this wasn't like something you knew what she was talking about, you could just like lay back and chill and fall asleep. You know what I mean?
Here, she has a sink light on right here. And that is what's flashing down. So there is a direction of light. She probably has a dim light over here somewhere, maybe. I don't know. But for the most part, we're going to go ahead and focus on the left-hand side.
I'm sorry, I know we're talking about the pictures here, but I just kind of want this lady to like sing me happy birthday or something. Like, holy shit, man. Like, what a nice voice.
So The left-hand side targeting her
She's like the Lady Bruce.
back means that her stomach is exposed a little bit more to flaws. Now, the tampering could be caused by two different ways. And I am going to say again, this is not the original photo. I'm just going by what I'm seeing. The first thing that I noticed is the discoloration on her back, which to me seems very odd. It's almost like she has something under, or I'm sorry, she
God damn
has
it.
something over her skin, but under her bra.
I keep muting myself, guys. I'm pulling an Omar today, man. Omar's always doing that to himself. I was saying, like, basically, like, she wants to send her patient portal login and her Dropbox login. Why don't you just send these original photos, and we'll be the judge? How about that? But you know, they won't. Someone give us a bad lip reading of Lauren. If somebody's gonna do it, it needs to be you, Jim. All right, I will leave my microphone on. How about that? And I just won't talk.
And this very much looks like a self-adhesive baby bump that you can get off of Amazon. Those are not
I didn't even know that was a thing, guys. Hang on. Self-adhesive baby bump. I assumed it was something that you had to like strap around yourself. But apparently it is like really easy to get these. The funny thing is, like, even this fake baby bump has a belly button. I guess this one doesn't, right? Well, nope, it does. It does. So, like, even the fake baby bumps, they have belly buttons. No, this one might not. No, it does. Oh my gosh. So, like, even the artificial ones. But she's gonna get into that too. Okay, so we'll get onto that. Hang on.
not sold this big because the self-adhesive ones I know will fall off. And I know that because I had a friend that had one on for Halloween not long ago. Well, obviously it was. Oh my god, Halloween's so close. Ugh, disgusting.
Somebody
Anyway,
doesn't like dressing up.
so I do think that if she did have a fake bump on, she did manipulate it to try to make it look bigger, which I really do question this girl's competence because if she is saying she's only 21 weeks pregnant, she should not be this fucking big. I lost a baby at 22 weeks pregnant. This girl looks like she's almost going to give birth. Like the sheer stupidity in her.
So this is again why people are so angry, because like listen to this woman who like she knows that this lady's faking it, and she like actually went through a miscarriage and knows what that's like. So like people who have been through this kind of stuff, like the the miscarriage, the cancer, the sexual abuse, the physical abuse, stuff like that, like we're upset too. Like nobody wants like this woman to exploit their real life traumas and experiences to punish these men who did nothing except not want to date her. So it's hilarious that she's using this photo to try to threaten to sue me or Dave or anyone for defamation. But keep things interesting, I guess. You could just fuck off if you wanted to.
Her decision making, it's amazing, honestly. Her brain should be studied. So anyway, I'm going to lighten this picture ever so slightly.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to show you why I think this could be a baby bump is because it looks like there's a little bit of something up under her pants.
Okay.
Like if you zoom in, like right there. Like as if the baby bump is sitting right here and it's going up under her pants.
All right, so this is where it might, be a little blurry, and we want to make sure that we're getting a better look at it. So we're looking at the photo on the right here. Let's check it out. See if I can pull that over. Yeah, here we go. And right here, I think, is where we're looking. Let's look back at the video. This is what I'm saying. Like, you can follow along on your phone or whatever. So we're looking for right here. Okay. This is the photo we're looking at, right? The one on the right? I think so. If not, you guys correct me and I'll take a look at the other one. Okay. So we've got that. And then here, she's saying you can kind of see something like right under here. And then also the pants are like, you know, see how they're like kind of weirdly shaped here? Because there's like apparently something underneath, like a patch, like because it's one of those moon bump patches. And that's just an opinion, right? This person is not involved with the case at all. It's just an opinion. I'm kind of thinking, like, especially on this one on the left here, she probably just like made it extend out and then just tried to smooth it over. But like the thing with the no belly button is just really wow. Okay, especially because she has a belly button in all her other photos that she showed. So it's kind of like, where did your belly button go for this photo? All right. She's wearing a faked butt too. I don't know about that. To be honest, I feel awkward even commenting on that because I don't want to like comment on her body. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not my place. But you can see right here, like right here, where there might be something underneath, and here where there might be something underneath. And then if you pull it up on your phone, it's probably gonna be a little bit easier to see. And I'm sure if I ask this person, they would, you know, like maybe screenshot and circle for me, like where we can see it a little bit better. But for now, we're just gonna go through this video and we're gonna check it out because there's a lot of other stuff going on here too.
Right. Because again, that would be why her pants a little bit more lifted right there, you know. So that's where I'm at on that side. But there's also reason for me to believe that she is not wearing a fake bump. It's not that I believe it, it's that I think it. It could be a
Sunshine says, I've had 4 pregnancies, lost one at 20 weeks, another at 14, and 2 live kids. This is not what you look like. If she lost a baby at this stage and can't produce a body, there should be an investigation. Thank you for sharing that with us, and I'm very sorry that that happened to you, and I think you're right. So,
possibility because there are other ways that she can try to look pregnant. And that if she did manipulate these photos, she didn't do it alone because as an amateur, she would need help. There's no way that she could do this much shit on just a shitty little app on her phone. It would take a very steady hand if she did do it on her phone. And if she did do that, bravo to her, I guess. Maybe she could have a career in helping other people fake pregnancies. I hope not. Jesus. So anyway. What I'm doing is zooming in on the stomach. I'm zooming in on the stomach because that's where you can see it looks very fucking weird. Her stomach looks weird, especially now that it's dark.
or Equality says Fiverr, and we know, like, for those of you who are newer to this, we know that she has used Fiverr before. She actually used Fiverr to fake an ultrasound. So, okay. Even if she didn't do this herself, she most likely did, you know, hire someone to do this. That's why I said Laura Owens either edited or knowingly posted an edited version of this photo, because somebody else may have done it, you know. Wing says it could have been a computer too, not necessarily a phone. True. Okay. Hey, Winks, how you doing, by the way?
I've darkened it. On saturation, shadows. The darker it is, the more you can see. Also, I want to bring out the definition where you can see.
I love you too, Omar.
Definition will bring out, you know, all the little wrong things.
Look at how patchy that is. Like, you can just tell right there. Like, it really does look like she has a patch on.
Things that are going on with this stomach. Okay. So not only does it look like a very much fake stomach attached to her, it also does look like where someone has been trying to manipulate it.
God. I hope not, Claude.
This line, if it's not a fake stomach, this line is wavy because She could have very well taken her thumb and this done this. That one
Hmm.
motion will move out the picture. And she's very carefully keeps doing it. That's why there are lines here.
You can kind of see here too if you look really closely. I don't want to zoom in here because it's going to make it look even blurrier. Let me see if we can do it on the other tab. So if we, one sec. You can kind of see like this isn't like a straight line. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a weird like here it's like a straight line and then you got like a little dent right there, and then also here it's like it all of a sudden it just pops out. So like to my eye that looks a little sus, but I'm also not a graphic designer, so
These lines by the door, all that pixelation, it's there because it's trying to overcorrect a change that was made to this image, that being concentrated into this area. The reason why I think this may not be a fake belly, and I know this is a long-winded video, I apologize, is because of her shadow. Shadows don't lie. They just don't lie. Is that a Shakira song? I feel like it should be. Anyway,
you should
the
write a
shadow
parody
on
or send it to
here,
Weird Al. Is Weird Al still cool?
I'm going to try to make it as dark as I can, but oh, that's definition. Oh, I'm so silly. That's not a shadow. Actually, does that help? Yeah, it helps.
This is where it might be getting a little harder to see, but she's gonna point out some stuff to us like really specifically, and you'll see the lines and all that. It might get a little bit harder to see just because of how it's pulled up on my computer right now, and just forgive me for that because like I am doing the best I can to try to get this up on StreamYard, but maybe I could even um, listen to what she was saying here and walk myself through it and show it later on. But we'll see. We'll see.
Helps that much. Okay.
We're just gonna listen to the rest of this and watch the rest of this for now, before we try to finagle anything on my computer or phone, because this is, I feel like, a lot of really good um, points and like stuff that we maybe haven't seen or known before. So
Too much.
hey, Reg Angel. Hey, Teresa.
Good. Okay.
Oh, don't be sad.
We need shadows here because that's
Sorry,
going to
Reg.
help us find a lie. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we are going to point out, first of all, where the light is. Shadows, when you're taking a picture of people, shadows can be anywhere. There is a blockage of light. So this being a light that's kind of blocked by this cabinet means that there would be a shadow because, it's going to focus over here. You can see at the top of her head. You can see her arm. To me, it's very subtle, but you can also see what looks like to me as a gut. If I were to follow from what I am seeing on this shadow, it's very subtle, but this looks like a leg, and you're going to follow it up.
Right, yeah.
That looks like a stomach. If you keep following it up, it's her. And back, whatever. Not perfect, right? This image, she probably should have just used this image because she ironically did not like this image, probably because of all of the imperfections on the stomach, which if I was editing this picture for
Could fix that by taking off the moon bump, Laura.
a woman that's trying to look pregnant, I would not sell her that picture. It doesn't look good. And if she did it herself, then she learned her lesson. She instead went for the picture that is a dead giveaway that it is a fake. So the reason why I say that is because, again, we're going to mess with the lighting. On this one, we are going to go to the definition, and we are going to bring it out about, right there. It's a little bit more obvious. You're going to see a lot of pixels here. If she has a fake stomach on, which I'm going to say that could be number one red flag, is all of this pixel. Looks like a square goes there. All of this has been both blurred and it's been tampered with a lot. That tells me that if in fact she is wearing a fake stomach, she worked overtime to blend that in with her skin. Not to mention, she has no belly button. There's no belly button.
There's the belly button.
Even if she was standing sideways, there would be an indentation for her belly button. There would be some kind of
But there isn't. Hold on, let's switch back over to this tab just so we can look at that a little more closely. We'll zoom out. Actually, zoom back in a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. You can see a closer version of that here, but obviously there's no belly button. This is discolored. It looks different. It has like a really weird. The discoloration is like a weird wavy line, and the discoloration is not present in like other photos that she posted. So like here, I don't see any weird discoloration here. Do you? I see a belly button there. Awkward. Awkward to try to sue somebody for defamation. I mean, this is clearly fake.
shadow. There would be something. There would be a belly button, but there is not. That to me is also a red flag. However, another one of the parts that is drawing my attention is this.
Here's a good question. Cherish says, aren't these videos though? So when David shows the screenshots, it looks like they're screenshots from videos, but she posted like this photo to her Medium blog. And then also those screenshots like the videos or whatever, it could be like a live photo series. I don't know. They were like 1 to 3 seconds long, I think. And also, he's like not really being transparent with like the fact that the Medium blog that she posted, she did in fact post this photo on that Medium blog. He's like, oh, the archive sites, they're not working, blah blah blah. No, it's working, you just don't like it. So she did take apparently videos, but she posted them as a screenshot or photo. So I don't know if she took a separate photo or what, but the thing is, like, this is clearly not real regardless. I mean, look at this. Let's listen to this. Hold on, let me go back a few seconds just in case I talked over that. It's my bad.
The parts that is drawing my attention is this. I don't know what that is. That could be the top of the fake stomach. Very well. Okay. So let's say hypothetically this girl is wearing a fake stomach and she's trying to blend it into her skin to make it look real. Evidently, she's not happy with the size of it and wanted to make it look bigger. So she decided to tamper with the size of it because it obviously is bigger than that gut. This gut is little compared to this one. She literally looks like she's going to give birth probably in a few weeks in this picture. Like, honestly, I can tell she's never been pregnant before because only women that have never been pregnant, they think things like this could work. It's just that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I shouldn't generalize people. Not all pregnant women are not all women without kids, are like that. They're not all psychopaths like this female. There's reasons why I believe this could be a fake stomach, and there's reasons why I believe it is not a fake stomach. I think that she manipulated the picture and gave herself a pregnant belly. Like I said, she could have used something like Midjourney. She could have uploaded her picture and she could have told it to make her look pregnant, and this popped out. AI does some crazy stuff now. I personally don't touch AI. It is a no-no in my profession. If a lot of authors, independent authors, such, they do not want AI images on their books because it's, it makes it look like if they're making up a book cover in AI, then they're writing a book in AI, and that
makes sense. KK says her back and butt curves are dissimilar. My physical therapist eyes, but not super clear pics. So let's look at the clearer images and just see the differences there, because you can definitely see the differences. Give me 1 second to pull it back up. Here we go. So yeah, clearly a very big difference between this one and this one. I don't care to really comment on her body except for the purposes of like showing that she altered these photos, that she faked her pregnancy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit what your butt looks like. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what your body looks like. I don't. As long as you're not using it to trap men and take them to court over fake babies, I don't give a shit what you do with your body or what you look like. I just want to be very clear on that. I don't support any body shaming here. I just think the important thing to do is to point out that these are clearly altered photos. Like, you know? So, because that and that, like, no, they're not the same. It's just not. It looks like it's not even the same person almost if you hide the faces and the hair, you know what I mean? So, no, there's a lot going on there.
It's just frowned upon with artists. Artists don't like the idea of computers taking over our job.
Oh, and if you don't believe me that I don't care to like shame her body or whatever, then just go to David Gingras's blog where you can see that I clearly defended her against people who were shaming her for her appearance. Thanks, David.
And whatever, that's another subject. My point is I don't know enough about AI to be able to tell whether or not she used it, but I am suspicious. Now, I don't know if you're looking at what I'm looking at, but I definitely see something because she's a
Stretch marks
genius,
as well, yep.
this girl, and she decided to change her lighting. She was like, you know what? I don't like that light. Turn that off. She turned on this overhead light that goes this way. This overhead light made her shadow even more pronounced behind her, which I appreciate. She was very thoughtful in doing that because now I can see where her top of her head is. I can see where her arm is, and obviously it's a shadow, so it is exaggerated. I can see where her hair is hanging down.
It was really hard for me to see this at first. So that's, again, I encourage everyone to pull it up on your phone, and I'll try to post later some stills where you can see this better. But the way that she is kind of outlining it right now, if you take a look at it and you compare it to what's on your phone, and you do what she did where you change the settings, you can definitely look at exactly what she's talking about. Like, she makes it very easy for us to follow along with. So I appreciate that.
I can see where her chest might be. I can see where her belly is. I can see where her leg is. I can see where the back of her is, like this. Pretty much I can see that as her shadow. Now, does that shadow look like a very pregnant belly to you?
No.
Could be. Lots of
It
women
doesn't.
have pregnant bellies that look like that.
Yeah, but they're not, lying about however many weeks she said she was along. That's funny. What did I miss here? Hang on. How did she hide her succubus wings? Jesus. All right, guys. Let's listen to the rest of this.
But this girl ain't one of them.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
I really wanted to show y'all this because I thought it might help. Like I said, any of these guys,
just look at that right there. Like, look from a distance here. You guys look at that. You can see that line right there where that's clearly altered. I don't know. If you guys pull it up full screen on whatever device you're looking at, it'll be easier. It will not let me zoom in anymore for some reason on Dropbox. Hold on. But you can clearly see here, like, it's altered. Like, there's a dark line here, and then there's this light patch to where it looks like that's either been edited or she's wearing a fake moon bump patch. That's how I feel about it. So hold on. Let's make sure we listen to the rest of this. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? I don't know how to stop editing on my, like, I'm not even trying to edit anything right now. I'm just trying to watch this video. So maybe Dropbox could chill the fuck out. There we go. Okay.
that are going to sue her or take her to court in the future. I really hope they hire a professional that can take a look at these pictures if she did use them as evidence, because I do think that this is more evidence of just flat out fraud and perjury. Because I don't know why she thinks taking a picture of herself with a big gut is going to say she's pregnant, because I'm sorry, I know gut is going to say she's pregnant, because I'm sorry, I know lots of chicks with big guts who aren't pregnant because they like to drink lots of beer, you know?
All right. So thank you to the person who sent me this. Oh, it's not over yet. Hold on. This just hold on. My freaking thing is. Let's see if we can get to the end of it here. Dropbox is failing me today.
Yeah, I know Laura is going to say she's pregnant because I'm sorry.
Here we go. Let's go to it right here. We'll start from there. Sorry about this,
I
guys.
don't know why she thinks taking a picture of herself with a big gut is going to say she's pregnant because I'm sorry. I know lots of chicks with big guts who aren't pregnant because they like to drink lots of beer, you know?
Mm-hmm. There is a little bit left, but it's not going to play, I don't think, because my internet is crapping out on me. Hopefully you guys can still see me. If not, then that sucks. There you go. What if we go here to this tab and then try to play the end of it? Hold on.
I really
There we
hope
go.
they hire a professional that can take a look at these pictures if she did use them as evidence, because I do think that this is more evidence of just flat out fraud and perjury. Because I don't know why she thinks taking a picture of herself with a big gut is going to say she's pregnant because I'm sorry. I know lots of chicks with big guts who aren't pregnant because they like to drink lots of beer, you know?
Maximum retry limit reached. Damn, my computer is doing some whacked out stuff right now. Just go back to my Dropbox. Yeah. You guys can see that, right?
Hello, internet people. Professional.
Okay, here. Let's see if we can get the last part to play. If not, then we'll just have to give up on it. But in the last part, she was just being really nice, talking about the streams that she's watched and stuff like that, and how she was trying to help. So maybe if I take it off HD. Not scared, but anything belly button related sets off my gag reflex. I cannot. Oh man. All right, let me. Last time. If you guys take pictures of my Dropbox, it's literally just like me when I was on a bus. So that's pretty boring. I wouldn't recommend it, but
Lots of chicks with big guts who aren't pregnant
there we
because they
go.
like to drink lots of beer, you know?
There you go. Okay, we got it. Oh, wait, no, my God, it's stopping again. I wonder if it just didn't upload all the way when I was trying to upload it. What I definitely don't want to do is, hang on. As long as you guys can't see that tab, give me one sec. Okay. Well, the end of it is like, I'll post the end of it if it's got anything important in it that I left out later. Oops. One sec. Okay. Okay, so guys, hopefully that was helpful to you. I thought it was, because I know little to nothing about photo editing. I edit videos, but I cannot really edit photos for shit, which is funny. I use PicMonkey to do my YouTube thumbnails, and I don't have to really do anything except press a button. So I don't know anything about Photoshop or anything like that. Even when I did like my thumbnail of me in the red sweater and stuff like that, I use AI for that. Like I don't know how to do that stuff. So it was nice to hear that from somebody who knows what they're doing. Yeah. I don't even know what you guys are talking about in the chat over here right now, but you guys are crazy. So it's just minor perjury. Yeah. is happening in the chat right now? Thank you, Teresa, for saying that. I always forget. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button on this stream, that'd be very helpful for me. All right. It is 3 o'clock, so I got a couple hours of work left I got to get back to. I was hoping to join Omar for Flad tonight, but I don't know if I can. We'll do some more streaming hopefully this weekend, but I'm kind of just taking it easy. Like I said, I got a lot of personal stuff going on right now, so it's like hard to keep my brain on one thing. Hold on. Let me just check this out real quick, see if there's anywhere I want to redirect to. Oh, yeah. I know what to do. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Thanks, guys. I won't, like I said, I won't get into it too much, but obviously there's someone in my personal life who passed and I didn't know about it until recently. So it's like, to me, it's like it just happened, right? But they actually passed in June. So, and even then I don't know. All right. Customization. There it is. Okay. Let's go to Tilted. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys over to my friend Omar now. Please give him your love for me. Tell him Lauren loves him, and also, spam him telling him Lauren loves him, and also spam him saying Lauren loves your dad. Very important. Tell Omar Lauren loves his dad. And then also, I will hopefully be doing some games and stuff this weekend, but I'm not positive yet. So it just depends on how I'm feeling. I'm just kind of taking it one step at a time. But thanks everyone for being here. I always appreciate it. Thank you, Cat Lady Ballerina, for the super chat. You rock. Okay. And I will talk to you guys soon, I hope. Yes, please spam bacon also. I forgot that. So go to Omar's. I'm going to redirect you there. Go to Omar's, and then you're going to tell him Lauren loves his dad, and you're going to post a bunch of bacon emojis. Okay? That's what I want more than anything. Okay? Jim, he just started a new one. So it might be the Flad one. I don't know if it's members only or not. If it is, then that sucks. But we'll see. Hold on. Let me make sure he is on right now, because I think he is. Yeah, he's on right now. So I'm going to redirect you guys there, and I will talk to you guys in the chat. Okay? Thank you, everybody. If you need anything, DM me, and I will answer it within 5 months. Can you write it down? Okay, yes. Here. Lauren loves you. Lauren loves your dad. Bacon emojis. There's the instructions, Julia. Bye, everybody. Talk to you next time.